I mean, it's entirely dependent on where I am, I suppose. Yeah, I like it. It's good fun. How does it make me feel? I don't know. It's just fucking good banter, isn't it? Really, it's just fun dancing. Really. I don't want to sound like a boomer, but I couldn't even tell you what the current genre of dance music is. If it like Dua Lipa, I know that she's pop. I don't. I think she's alright. If that came on at the, I don't really go to clubs, but if I did, I probably would give it a go. I like the, what was it? What was the Dua Lipa one? The I don't know. It was on Radio 1 loads last year. I'm getting sidetracked. I think, yeah, if it was in the 90s, I think I probably would be more into like grunge and Britpop as opposed to the rave scene, to be honest. I'm sure I would have got dragged along to some though. I think the young people in the 90s were just on very pure MDMA that you can't get anymore, so I think it's probably mostly to do with that, I think. But yeah, also because anyone could be filming you now as well. And I don't know, people are a bit meaner nowadays, I think. I've been to 3 clubs in my life and I hated every single one. It's so you go in there, it's really hot, then you get sweat loads, and then you go out because you're too hot to have a fag, then you go back in and you just repeat that for like 3 hours. You collectively spend about half an hour inside, and the half an hour you do spend inside is just fucking horrible because you're sweating your nut off. My favourite to dance to is like dub, reggae. It's quite easy to dance to that, but also like I quite like fast sort of hardcore punk as well, because you can just sort of go a bit nuts.
I love dancing by myself. I dance in my room every morning. Depends on the time of day or how I'm feeling. Like in the shower, I tend to listen to opera and dance in the shower, and then I guess late in the evening, then it's kind of like, I don't know, Air, Moon Safari is the classic study one. I don't really know how it makes me feel. I do love dancing. I don't know, I just kind of dance randomly. I guess it makes me feel happy, but I mean, I just dance whenever. If I'm making coffee, just any time. Depends on, yeah, I guess it depends on how I'm feeling, how much alcohol I've drunk, to be fair. It's a big role, because then I'll dance to pretty much anything. I mean, usually I'll dance to it anyway, even if I don't enjoy it, but I'd say I prefer more kind of old school music, like kind of 90s, almost techno. It's quite a fun one. That kind of thing, rather than modern day. I guess there's kind of 2 sides of it. You've got like kind of heavy drum and bass, and then you've got like kind of the modern kind of house with singing. It's kind of the 2 main genres I say at the moment. Yes, I do. I do like techno music. I love it. Yes. I think it's very much social anxiety, but I also think that it depends on entirely the person who's dancing. You know, gender, depends on even how they're brought up, you know, where they're from, what their parents listen to, depends on how they dance. I kind of just dance weirdly, but it works. I love going clubbing. Whenever I go home, I go all the time, but I much prefer it when I have the break of being at uni and in this area where you don't really have it, because I love going to pubs, and going clubbing on occasion is much nicer. But it's just, yeah, I do love it. Depends on the music, obviously, and usually I go to see certain people rather than go to a certain club, but, you know. But I don't know. I mean, it used to be funk, and then kind of migrated. I did go through a house stage, to be fair, and then it's kind of now migrated to kind of like, depends on the time of day. French pop is quite a good one. I quite enjoy that one. I think I was very similar to my parents when they were my age. Incredibly similar, actually, based on the photographs that they've taken and stuff. I reckon, how they've described themselves. So I reckon I danced I dance either. I probably dance more than them because I do just dance randomly. But I'd say, yeah.
I would say yes, I do enjoy dancing. If it's like nighttime, I mean daytime, and it's light outside, and it's just like, yeah, I would feel insecure. Like right now, if there's 100 people watching me, I would feel insecure dancing, but not when it's like in a dancing scene. I like techno music and electronic music. I think that's kind of the best. I mean, when you're in the mood for it, it's definitely the best music to dance to, I think. I think that the 90s is a little bit romanticised, and not everyone was like well good at dancing like we kind of see them to be. But I think it's pretty similar now, to be honest. I think there's maybe slightly more pressure now, but I think there's still the same amount of people doing just as good dancing. It's just that more people dance now in the sort of ravey kind of way. Probably like EDM and dance music, kind of drum and bass, or like reggae dub. I don't know really. Yeah, but not in the same way. Although I don't really know. Who knows what they got up to?
I absolutely love dancing around people. It depends who it's around, but mostly no. I'm not that bothered about looking stupid. It's fun and makes you feel free, and it's just fun, I think. I definitely think there is, yeah, especially with people filming everything. I mean, I'm guilty of that, but yeah, people are definitely more self-conscious, I'd say, with the camera being pointed in front of you. Well, me and my flatmate's favourite song is The Love Cats at the moment. We have a good dance to that. I don't know. I feel like my friends and I dance a lot, so I don't know how you can really compare it. I don't know. Probably, yeah, with the less social anxiety.
Yes, I do enjoy dancing. I think there's different levels to dancing. Sometimes I feel like I should be embarrassed dancing in front of people, but honestly, I'm normally pretty drunk, so no. It makes me think of people dressed really weirdly in all black, waiting outside Berlin with like nipple tassels. I have been to a rave. But it depends where I live. If I was down here, probably would go to more, because I feel like it would be more wild. I don't think we dance quite as enthusiastically or dramatically as they did in the 90s. I think we definitely just kind of move our arms about and do gun fingers most of the time. In Falmouth, my clubbing experience, pretty poor. However, I do always manage to have a reasonably fun time. However, I think that's more down to the company than the place I'm at. Can't lie, disco does make me dance.
No, I don't enjoy dancing because it's a vulnerable thing. Not particularly. I think, in a sense, at perhaps like a club or a pub, or like something with, or consume something that makes me feel happier, yeah, I'd happily have a dance, but right this second, yeah, in certain places, I think it probably bases off of what you enjoy mostly, but I think there's a sort of vibe to, dancing, isn't there, where you just can enjoy it because it's, it is that place, Free in some sense, I guess, in like certain places. But also sort of scary when it's maybe only me dancing. I think there's more anxiety now because we understand more about it. But I think maybe then it was just a more common thing to do because we didn't have as many things to do. Maybe. I think it's a bit lost sometimes. I think it could be way more structured, and after if you actually knew things, like new dance moves that you could do with other people, it could be more fun and more, you could connect even more. It's like sort of a form that's not really, like you just do whatever, don't you? You just like move any bit of your body and sort of go with it. But yeah, it would be cool to be able to have like an actual thing, fourth worst club in the country. So, but otherwise, in other places, yeah, it can be fun. In smaller spaces, I believe, where spaces are more filled up with people. Probably in more settings. There's probably more settings for them to be able to dance in than there are now.